Hello everyone, good morning, good evening. I welcome all of you to introduction session on Tableau Desktop. So in this introduction session, I'm going to tell you about the what is Tableau, what its uses, and the applications about Tableau, the architecture of Tableau, and many more things. So let's check the agenda first of all. So this is the agenda for today's session, and the agenda is we'll talk about Tableau, the Tableau architecture, the products which are available with Tableau, or we call it as a Tableau product suite, and the trend, the current trend for the Tableau, where actually Tableau exists in the market. Then I'll give you a product demo, and at the end we'll have a questionnaire round. So if you have some questions or if you have any doubts or queries, you can come up with your questions one by one. During this introduction session, all of you will be on mute just to avoid the background noises. So you can post your questions in chat window, or you can raise your hand, and once I complete my demo, I'll definitely take up all the questions one by one. So what exactly Tableau is, and why Tableau is so popular in industry? So the correct definition, I can say there are certain points which I have prepared just to tell you about Tableau. That Tableau is a powerful and the fastest growing data visualization tool used in the business intelligence industry, or you call it as a BI industry. It helps in simplifying the raw data. Raw data in the form of any data format. It could be in Excel, it could be in CSV, it could be in your data warehouse, it could be a cloud solution, it could be any sort of data. So that raw data, we simplify raw data into a very easily understandable format, and data analysis is very fast, and it's very fast with Tableau actually, and the visualization created are in the form of dashboards and worksheets. And Tableau is a visual analysis solutions that allows user to explore and analyze data with simple drag and drop operations. So basically the operations to visualize the data, they are so simple that even a non-technical guy, even a non-technical user can easily create a customized dashboard. So that's why we used to say that it's a visual analytics for everyone. Even a user, even a non-tech guy can also create customized dashboard, or it can also create dashboards and reports by using Tableau. So, and Tableau is a data visualization software which is created by Tableau software, and it can connect nearly to any data sources. You just name a data source and Tableau can connect it out. Tableau can connect with cloud databases like Azure. Tableau can connect with Salesforce, or what was that? Microsoft Dynamics CRM, and it can connect to desperate data, connect to any kind of data warehouse, and many more. So it can connect almost any data sources, nearly any data sources, we can say. So this is the reason why there is a lot of demand. That the demand is increased. There's an increasing demand for Tableau, which Tableau desktop or Tableau visualization in IT market. And okay, so before digging deep into Tableau, let's understand why data visualization is important, because we are talking about data visualization, and I mentioned here that Tableau is a data visualization software. So why data visualization is important? And the answer is very simple. Data visualization is important because the human being understand things that are visually well descriptive and interesting. So anything, for example, if I present a raw data in front of you guys, let me show you a database very quickly. Just hold for a second. Let me open my database. So I have a couple of data sets actually, and I have got a finance data set, or let me open sales data set actually. Just let me open a sales data set, and I got a sales data set. Now I would like to visualize the data. Basically, I have a couple of questions in my mind, that in which region we have done maximum sale, or not this one actually. Yeah, let me try. I would actually have got a lot of data sets, so that's why. Yeah, if you look at this data set contains almost, if we talk about the number of records, there are almost 8,000 records are there, I think. Oh, it's because we add a filter here actually. So there's a filter is running on, and let me remove that filter. There is a filter applicable. So let me remove the filter, and you see there are total 8,408 records. So actually it's 8,407 records are there. Now if I ask you, I would like to know in which region we have done highest sale. That's what I want to know. Or in which region which product is getting popular, which product category is giving, is doing good. So it's very difficult to find out the answers at this particular point. So we call it as a raw data. Now Tableau helps us to customize. Tableau help us to visualize this data, this raw data, into a meaningful format in the form of graphs or in the form of charts. So that's why I mentioned that the human beings, they understand the things that are visually well descriptive and interesting. And even the decision makers of an organization, the sales manager, the marketing manager, they might be interesting in the final outcome. They are not going to filter out these reports, they are these data set by themselves. Right now we have only 8,408 records. Let's assume we have millions and billions of records. Then it becomes very complicated to find out the answers of the question. So therefore Tableau comes into the picture. So working with a data visualization tool like Tableau will help anyone understand the data better, because it gives one access to the amount of data, and it gives access to one amount of the data in easily digestible visuals. Here we can say easily understandable visuals. And also well designed graphics are usually and the simplest and the most powerful way to present any data. This is known by everyone, that if we present the data in a meaningful format, if we have the data in a graphical format, it is very easy for anyone to understand, and we can take decisions from that data, right? So therefore the Tableau is, there's a huge industry of Tableau growing. There's a huge demand of Tableau in industry. So therefore there are a lot of job requirements are there in Tableau also. And recently Tableau has been acquired by one of the largest CRM, one of the world number one CRM in industry, that is the Salesforce. So they might have seen something very interesting or very uh, they might have seen something very interesting, or they might see actually that the Tableau is doing good. So that's why they have purchased that. uh, they have acquired Tableau. Now what is Tableau used for? Basically, what are the various uses of Tableau? So we can, Tableau software can be used to translate the queries into visualization. Like as I mentioned here, my requirement is, my query is what's the total sale uh, in different regions. So we have regions. I would like to see the total sale. I would like to know the total sale. This is my first query. It is also used for managing the metadata. We can filter out we can fill the null values within Tableau. Like if there are some data, if there are some records or rows which does not contain any specific field value, so using Tableau we can get rid of that. So we can manage the metadata using Tableau. Tableau software can import data of all sizes and ranges. So there is no specific range actually, that we cannot say that Tableau can import only 1 millions of records or 2 millions of records, or Tableau can import only 20 columns or 30 columns. No, you even Tableau can connect to big data also. So there is no limit for data connecting to Tableau, because Tableau does not stores the data actually. Tableau creates a, basically Tableau connects the live data. Tableau gives us an option to work on live data, or it creates a copy of database on local machine or on the system where we are running the Tableau. And as I mentioned that even a non-technical user, even a non-technical guy can also use Tableau, because it offers the facility to create no code data queries. Simple drag and drop. We simply drag and drop and our task will be done. Our function means our we got the answer simple by dragging and dropping. For example, let me show you one example so that you can understand it more. Let me load my data set into Tableau. So I'm just loading my data set into Tableau. So I load this sales data set into Tableau. Let me load this data. And I drag and drop. Sheet 1. Now, as per the requirement is I would like to see the total sale in every region, the total sale in every region. So I quickly drag and drop region into columns and sales into rows, and I got the output. See, simple by dragging and dropping. I didn't write any code. So that's why I mentioned that even a non-technical guy can understand, can easily perform this, can easily work on this. And if he found that the figures are pretty big, so we have an option to customize it. So we can format it, and I can customize this to short. Basically, I can say currency custom, and I can say display units as, let's say, billion or millions easily. So in a very easy manner, I have customized this. I've prepared a sample report. This is my sample sheet. Actually, sheet 1 is the sample sheet, and I quickly get the answer of my first question. That was the total sale. Now I would my next question is, in which region we have done maximum sale. So I can clearly see the west region, but I have an option to sort this in ascending and descending order. So here I can see, okay, the west has done the highest sale, and in Nunavut we have done the least sale. Fine. So these are the areas. So that's the way the Tableau can help us to visualize the data. And even since it was introduced, the data visualization tool is used for business intelligence industry organizations like Amazon, Walmart, Accenture, Lenovo, and they are widely using Tableau. So they even there are a lot of, even most of the companies most of the companies, they are using Tableau for as their data visualization tool. And now let's move on to the next slide. So this is a Tableau architecture. If you look at this, this is my Tableau architecture, and in this Tableau architecture I have this basically divided into 4 sections. We have a data server, we have data connectors, we have components, we have customer client. Customer clients are our end clients, so they can access the dashboards, or they can access the reports on their desktop or on their mobile phones or through web also. So the gateway is responsible for handling them. But we can pull data from various data sources, like we can push data from data warehouse, we can fetch data from data marts, or from flat files, or from files, or from cubes. Okay, and we have Tableau data engine, which is responsible for fetching the data. So Tableau data engine will fetch the data from all these data sources. And if we want to fetch data from SQL, so we have an SQL connector available. If you want to fetch data from any other data sources, so we have connectors available. So for this, let me show you one list of connectors. Actually, we can get a list of connectors. List of connectors in Tableau. So I can say I can get a list of connectors. Actually, this will let us know the list, the various connectors we have. So I can say data connectors. It's a list of data connectors. And if you look at the data connectors here, we can connect to it will open actually. Just yeah, you can see we can connect to Axion matrix, Cognito, KML files, OData, MongoDB, Microsoft SQL Server, SAP HANA, Splunk, Spark SQL, Snowflake, Teradata, or R files. We can fetch data from R files if we have Microsoft Excel, SAP BW, Microsoft OneDrive, Microsoft Power Pivot, Google Sheets. We can fetch data from cloud solutions like Salesforce is also there. It must be somewhere here. Salesforce.com, including Force.com and database, Google SQL Cloud. So you can see it's more than 100 actually. So Tableau can connect to more than 100 data sources. in this, the version which I'm using right now, in this version I cannot show you because we have this is a Tableau public version, so I can connect only to these data sources. But in our regular, we'll be going to work on the trial version. In that trial version, we will be I would be going to show you the connectivity with disparate data sources, like with SQL Server or cloud solutions or some other data sources. We'll be going to have a look at. So we can have various connectors, and Tableau data engine can communicate with them. Then we have components like application server, data server, SQL server, and finally these are used to perform operations. And finally we have once the dashboard is designed and developed and published on gateway. So the gateway is basically, gateway allows the customers or our clients to fetch the data to access the dashboards or to access the reports or the sheets on their on the devices which they are using. Might be they are using desktop, or they might be using mobiles, or they might be using web. So it doesn't matter that what kind of platform they might be using. So some of the best features of Tableau are data blending, real-time analysis, and collaboration of data. And Tableau is not confined to specific sectors or specific domain. Tableau has guaranteed the interest among the people from all the sectors, such as the business, researchers, different industries, and so on. Now let's talk about the Tableau product suite. So as you can see, we have the Tableau product suite consists of Tableau Desktop, Tableau Public, Tableau Online, Tableau Server, and Tableau Reader. Now, what is a Tableau Desktop? So in our session, we'll be going to, in this training, we'll be going to work on Tableau Desktop, but I'm also going to demonstrate you how to publish the dashboard reports on Tableau Online and Tableau Server. So Tableau Desktop, basically it's a desktop application which allows the developers to code and customize the reports, right from creating the charts, reports, to perform blending on them, or to blend them together to form a dashboard. So all the necessary work is created in the Tableau Desktop. Then we have Tableau Public. Tableau Public is basically, it's a version on which we can visualize the data, we can create dashboards and reports. But because it is public, it means it is free, and the workbook created, we cannot save it locally. Actually, it cannot be saved. It can either be published directly on Tableau Server or Tableau Public or Tableau Online. We cannot save this actually. So Tableau Public Cloud can be viewed and accessed by anyone, and there is no privacy to the files saved on the cloud. Then we have Tableau Server. So Tableau Server software is specifically used to share the workbooks and the visualizations that we have created in Tableau Desktop. And all those visualizations, all those workbooks will be shared across the organizations. And to share the dashboard in Tableau Server, we must first publish the work in the Tableau Desktop, and then we can publish or we can upload it on Tableau Server, and a link will be generated, and from there onwards we can share it to the internal users or our external users. And but it would be accessible only to the licensed user. Then we have Tableau Online. So Tableau Online is an online sharing tool of Tableau, and its functionalities are similar to Tableau Server, but the data is stored on the server hosted in the cloud, which are maintained by the Tableau group. So in Tableau Server, we have full control. Actually, we have all the function. We have control on the database, and as well as the dashboard and the visualization, visual applications. Whereas on Tableau Online, we would be handling only the visualization part. Rest of the things will be taken care by Tableau group. And then we have a Tableau Reader. So Tableau Reader is a free tool. Actually, it's a freeware tool, we can say, and it allows users to view the workbook and visualizations created using Tableau Desktop or Tableau Public. that we can apply filters, we can add filters, we can filter the data, which is we can filter our dashboards or reports which we publish on Tableau reader, but we cannot modify or we cannot edit the dashboard. So I can say the editing and modifications are restricted, and the security level is 0 in Tableau reader, as anyone who gets the workbook can view it using Tableau reader. So these are the 5 products. So basically these all 5 products makes a complete product suite. Now let's talk about the Tableau Trend. So Tableau Trend basically, Tableau Trend means the where the Tableau actually lies in the market, where where the Tableau falls in the market, we can say where it is now, actually where it is at the top or at the bottom, or where it is. So as you can see this image, Tableau business intelligence and data visualizations tools has been placed in the leaders quadrant. At this point, it is placed at the leaders quadrant for almost more than 7 to 8 consecutive years in business intelligence and analytics platform by the IT research firm Gartner. So it's a, we used to call it as a Gartner review. We used to call it as a Gartner chart, and based on the Gartner, we can see that Tableau is still the leader for data visualization too. So it's, we used to call it as a Gartner Magic Quadrant for business intelligence and analysis platform. So this picture, basically this helps us to understand more that where exactly it falls and whether we should go with this or not. So Tableau and Microsoft, they both are competing with each other. Now let me give you a quick product demo on Tableau, that how to visualize the data using Tableau. But before that, let me tell you a couple of more advantages of Tableau. Like we using Tableau, we can create fantastic visualizations, we can do in-depth insights, uh, we can have the it basically Tableau is offering the user friendly, and this is one of the greatest strength of Tableau. And we can work with disparate data sources, this I've already tell you about it. We can add more data sets, like basically we can add data sets in the database and while using it, and when we refresh the data source, the updated data will be added automatically. It can be with the updated data will be visualized, it would be reflect quickly in the visualization. So we'll be working on live data set. Now let me give you a quick product demo and we'll see that what kind of graphs or charts we can create here. Now this is my Tableau. This is the one sheet chart I have created. Let me undo this. Sorry. Let me clear the sorting. Actually, I don't need sorting. So we have an option. I can say, yeah, it's clear sort. So you see sorting is removed now. And if we want to further group it, I would like to see now my next requirement is in which region, which product category is doing good actually. So we can further drill down to product category. So we can further drill down and I can swap this in this format. So I can say in Atlantic, the technology is doing good. In Northwest, the technology is doing good. So sometimes it's very difficult to visualize this. So what we can do, we can swap the value. So I just move this swap. So it's very easily simple by drag and drop. We didn't write any code for that. You can see now I can see, and we can then sort this in descending order. So I just sort this in descending order and it's sorted based on product category wise. So now from here I can see the furniture is doing good in West region, office supplies in Ontario, technology in West region, and the least and the region which is giving us least sale is the Nunavut. This is one graph. Let me create another graph. And on left side, on right side, you can see one show me option is coming. This is giving us some inbuilt graphs and charts. We have some custom charts option, but these are some inbuilt charts. For example, I want to see region wise profit, and I would like to present this. I would like to show this in the form of bubbles. This is a bubble graph. So we can show this in the form of bubbles, and I just add labels. This is my simple second graph. Now I would like to show, basically if you want to do comparison, we can also do comparison. I would like to create a pivot table for here. So I just drag and drop region, and I just drag and drop sales here. So this is sales. Now I want to see in which region what's the percentage of total sale is acquired by Atlantic, and so on. So for this, I can quickly customize, and I can say percentage of total, and I just add sales one and drop it here. So I can see that 13.5% of sale is coming from Atlantic, and 24.11% of sale is coming from West. And again, we can sort this in descending order. And if you want to add some grouping, it means if you want to add some totals, subtotals, and all, we can also do that. So we have options for that. We can add subtotals. So analysis can be done. We can add show column grand total. This is column. So the total sale is 14,919,349, and this is 100%. If you want to further drill down based on product subcategories, so we can do that. And instead of product subcategories, if you want to add based on provinces, let's go with provinces. So invest in Alberta and British Columbia, and also we have options for analysis. Let's say I can say add all subtotals. So now from here I can see Alberta and British Columbia, the total sale is 3,597,549, and it is giving 24.11% of total sale. Of this is of total. If you want to perform, if you want to change this, so we have an option. We can edit this, and we can say group based on group by only this particular region. So that can also be done, but we have to do that by customizing. I can say compute using region. Compute using 100%. So basically it can change. We have options for that. The only thing is we need to find out the answer, that what are the, and I can undo this anytime. And let's suppose my requirement is I would like to compare the sales and profit together for a region. So I just drag and drop region, I drag and drop sales, and I would like to compare sales. I would like to compare sales and profit together in a in one graph. So we can have two separate graphs. So this is my sales, this is my profit. I can just drag and drop, and we can just expand this. I can just drag and drop sales, expand profit, and this is my profit. So simple by drag and drop I'm doing this. And if you would like to compare this using a same graph, using one common graph, we can also do that. So these are two different charts, but I would like to compare them. I would like to compare it with a simple graph. So let me remove this first of all. Let me get rid of it. And what I'm doing, I just say dual axis. This is my dual axis chart. And now I can convert this. I say profit is okay, and sum will be coming in bar chart. And we can also customize the size. I can just reduce the size of it. This is profit and sales. And for profit, I just, so this is the way we can create dual axis chart. And also let me sync this. That's the profit. Definitely the profit won't be so big, more than the sale. So we just sync this out. So let me show you once again what I did. As you can see here, the axis, it is showing 3500K, and this is showing 350K. So they are not synced, and that's why, because of this is the total sale and this is the profit. And as you can see, sale and profit is less than the sale, but it is showing more than this. This is because these two axes are not synced. So we need to sync them. So right click on the second axis and say synchronize axis, and we got the sync. And instead of if we want, we can convert it into line. This is like line graph. We can do that. We can create a line chart. So very quickly we can create graphs, and simple by drag and drop, or we can create comparison graph. So if you want to compare graphs using side by side chart, that can also be done. So for example, I would like to compare the product category and profit sales together. I just drag and drop product category. This is my sales, and this is my profit, and I can use side by side bar chart. So we can compare profit and sales together. I just move the sales. This is my sale, this is my profit. So we can say sales is here in this region, the profit is in minus. This is sale, but the profit is in minus. This region, and this region. And at the same time, we can add filters also. So let's suppose if I want to add a filter for product subcategory, so I just say right click and we can say show filter. This is filters. You can see the filters are coming, and I'll just customize this to single value drop down like this. This is appliances, binders. You can see filtering is going on. This is for binders. I want to show all, so I say like this. We can customize this. We can quickly create uh, graphs. We can quickly, and once we have all the graphs and charts ready, we can put them into dashboard. That's the dashboard. And also we can create stories out of it. We can create a story is like a presentation thing. It's like a PowerPoint presentation, you can say. So whatever graphs or whatever dashboards we would, whatever sheets we would be creating, we can directly put them onto stories, and it would be like a live presentation. If the data gets changed in the background, or if the visualization can change, it will reflect on the stories as well. So this is the way we can work on Tableau. So this is quick and very fast, and as I mentioned, simple. By dragging and dropping, we can work on this data. We have other charts also, which we are going to talk about in upcoming sessions. There are certain sample data sets also. So when we open our, like whenever we connect to new data source, and we have some sample data source also, like world indicator. I click on world indicator and we would be getting a sample data set. This is my sample data set is coming. So let's say region, and I'll say region, and let's say GDP, region and GDP. I say country, region and GDP, and I put this into different graph. So I click on this graph. So we have maps also. So we can put them into map format also. So it's opening because for this kind of graph, we would be requiring latitude and longitudinal data. Basically, geographical data would be required, and you can see we getting the data. So for every chart, means for every region, we are getting the data. This one, and we can filter out also. So if you want to filter a specific region, I click on this, and that specific region will get filtered, and we can view data for that particular region. So for India, we have latitude is this and the GDP is this one. So very quickly we can filter out the data in very simple simply by clicking on them. So that's the way we work on Tableau. So we'll be going to do more in this in upcoming sessions. So that's all in this introduction session for Tableau desktop. So if you have some questions, you can come up with the questions now. Our regular sessions will be going to start soon, so we'll update on same.